Well, I was just going to say, so going back to Tony Ferguson, and he trained for the Khabib fight, right? And I'm not into mixed martial arts, and I don't know the whole training process. But if you train for a particular person, then you find out in very short notice that you're going to fight someone else. What does that do to your game plan? I mean, does that have something to do with, the outcome of the fight?
I that's a factor, man. That's a fucking factor. Yeah, I believe if you talk to me, if you ask me if I'm in Tony's shoes right now, I will say like, fuck you, Justin Gaethje. I won't fight you. I'm ready to fight Khabib. Like with all due respect to Justin Gaethje, I'm not fuck you, whatever. I'm not saying shit, but I'm saying like, I will wait out, man. Wait out. No need to rush anything. We're in a weird time. We are like in Middle Ages time. We're like time to hold out. You're in a great position. Why rush? Justin Gaethje was 4-2, and to fight Justin Gaethje, you need to train differently, man. I mean, Tony was ready. I mean, I believe that Khabib. Nurmagomedov, the Eagle, he bailed out, man, for some reason. I don't believe that he was, Russia didn't let him get out of the country. He has some politics right behind him. I don't believe all that shit. Something weird, I don't know. I'm not saying he's scared of fighting Tony, but I'm saying like there was something else. I mean, like the Eagle is an amazing fighter. He's going to be always remembered in the books. Is gonna be, always remember as a top lightweight contender. But I want to see him. I want to see him be in deep water. If I'm seeing him in deep water and then overcoming adversity, that's when I'm gonna say, all right, that guy is gonna be like let's put a pedestal of him, whatever, But that's what I was thinking. I was thinking like Tony has the guard game. He's nasty with the elbows. Tony is like amazing with the dart choke, though, and he was ready for that. On the other hand, Justin Gaethje is an amazing, powerful guy. He has like amazing boxing. He weighed out, so special. Justin Gaethje is so special. He knows how to do the footwork. The power in the boxing, it reminds me Mike Tyson when he was 20 years old, when he was a world champion in the heavyweight division. I don't know. What do you think, Jay?
I agree. All due with respect, obviously Juan knows more about martial arts technically than I do, but as a fan, I'll speak here. Khabib, I was a little disappointed. I didn't buy it. To see a guy like Tony Ferguson go through this run of 12 fights or whatever was a streak, which is not easy, and then Khabib to back out. And then when the event, how hard it was for Dana White to put it on, and then to get the green light to get it going again, and then Khabib not to be down. And let's call it out. Tony Ferguson made weight when he was supposed to fight Khabib, and it didn't happen due to the event being canceled. Tony Ferguson made weight, and that's not easy. I've cut weight only a couple times in my life. I'm not like Juan where he's done it multiple times, but I had a fight 1 year ago, and I cut weight, and the stress, the mental stress, the grumpiness, it is crazy. And to do that knowing you're not going to fight, and then a few weeks later step in there with a new opponent, it's insane. It's insane.
Wait, okay, now I wanna check. Where did you set up your training camp for your mixed martial arts bout, and where it took place?
Well, you're going to be disappointed in me, Juan. It wasn't like I feel like I hate to say it's a real MMA fight. It was a amateur MMA level fight, but it was through a program called Wimp to Warrior, which is all over the world now. And it's a 6-month training program in top gyms around the United States and Ireland. And I think Conor McGregor goes to some of the events in Ireland, where you train, anyone could train for 6 months, and then you fight each other or a different gym that's doing the same thing. And I had some previous training, and it was at Nino Training Center. And to be honest, like with no disrespect, the coaches there are great. for me, it felt like they altered the training because some of these guys were fresh coming in, and I think they had to adapt the system for 6 months to get a guy that knows nothing to fight. And some of these guys had really good backgrounds. Some were wrestlers, collegiate wrestlers and stuff like that. Some weren't. Some were just normal dudes. And but about 8 weeks out of the fight, I took training into my own hands, which wasn't a smart move for me. But my girlfriend, 7 years training at I don't know if she's training at Fairtex, but 7 years in the Bay Area kickboxing training, and then a lot of jiu-jitsu training as well. And me and her, Juan, just kind of like your girl, she would take me out, hold the mitts, and I would jack up her shoulder and you know, poor thing. But she's tough, and she's better stand-up than me. And we trained night and day for the last 8 weeks, which the trainers in El Nino didn't really see much of that, but the fight tells for itself. I don't know if you saw the fight, Juan, but my opponent, I believe, great guy, but I believe it should have been someone different, a little higher level, I think, or maybe a little heavier in weight. But it is what it is. But I was out of El Nino Training Center, Wimp to Warrior.
Hell yeah, bro. Yeah, right on, man. I'm glad you brought your girlfriend in. Yeah, I'm sure you were a giver to her. I'm sure you were thankful because, yeah, that support that she can give you through all the training camps, that's a valuable thing, you know, that you could, you know, no one can take away that from you, you know. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. And, you know, I said, hey, you got to help me out. And she was like, no, I'm not at the level. I said, you are. You got to trust yourself and help me. I need help. Got 8 weeks, you know, help. And, you know, just morning to night, you know, before work, after work, lunch, if you have to, run in, hit mitts, whatever. We did it. And the reason I really asked for her help is, you know, I was going to do jiu-jitsu. I was going to go in there, take the guy down and try to do some jiu-jitsu, but I pulled my groin. I had a couple injuries happen like everyone does, right? Everyone has injuries, but I pulled my groin and I would think it's healed, and then I'd go to jiu-jitsu and re-pull it. Think it's healed, go and re-pull it. And this is like, the fight's like, you know, a few weeks out. I'm like, shit, this is my game plan. So, you know what? I've been loving stand-up. I got, you know, you know, my stand-up's not where it needs to be, but let me work with my girlfriend to get the stand-up right. And I'm going to surprise the guy because he probably thought I was going to do jiu-jitsu, and I just pure stand-up, you know?
Right on, bro. Hell yeah. Hey, you know what? I haven't seen the fight yet. Please send it to me. I would love to watch it. And, you know, and I'm sure thing, I believe the hitting bats, man. Hitting bats, all the meets, that's the way to go, man. That's always the cool down thing. Like, my girlfriend had the same issue with me. She was like, make me go to the middle of the street with the tennis ball. And then she was like, hey, throw the ball to the air, throw the ball to against the wall. And I said, what the fuck are you doing? You know, and, hey, you need to, she was telling me, you need to step down. And you came from a freaking wild dog fight. We need to settle down. I'm like, all right, I get it. You know, like, and hey, I'm thankful. I'm thankful that she's involved. And I'm glad you have the same thing with your girlfriend, you know, going.
I did.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was gonna check, like, where are you guys gonna do are you guys in has like a facility or like a nice little gym? Where did you guys do the training, the meets? Strange enough, the Wimp to Warrior program, it wasn't El Nino supported it, and that's where you would train, but the Wimp to Warrior program was their own thing. So they kind of set the rules but they closed the gym 3 weeks out. I don't know if it was a money issue or what. Yeah, 3 weeks before a fight, they shut the gym down, but it was Wimp to Warrior, not El Nino. I don't know if it was a contract or something. So me and my girl would go to, in San Francisco, what's that park called? I forget what the park's called. Outer Sunset, where they have music venues. I forget. But anyways, we would just go to this park, and they had where they have concerts, and at night they would sometimes leave the lights on. And we would go out there and hit mitts all night, you know, 10 rounds, 15 rounds, whatever. And then it was only a 3-round fight, I believe. So we just trained 10 rounds, you know, 5 rounds. And then I'd do 100 punches, 100 jabs, 100, you know, just 100 punches every punch when she left. But we'd get lit up by mosquitoes out there at the park. And
my girl would wear yoga pants, and they'd go through her yoga pants and bite her ass up, and grumpy at each other and yelling and getting bit by mosquitoes. But hey, we got it done, and shout out to Gina. You know, I give her all the credit. That exactly what we worked on. We did a GSP. I don't know if you know. I was going to set up the jab and then the cross, and then we were looking into GSP style, where he would do the jab, cross, double jab, but then he would do a fake jab cross, like a little fake jab. And that's how I got like a knockout, like a flash knockout, I think it was, over him doing the fake jab. It's really hard to catch if you're just a normal guy watching it, but Juan probably will see it. But yeah, man, Gina helped me out, but it's on no level as you want. And actually, I felt pretty good about my fight. And Juan sent me a video today of was that a recent fight of a knockout he just had?
No, that was way back. It was back in the day, man. However, that's something that I value. You know, that's like same thing. You know, I was a giver for my girlfriend right before and after and during the entire training camp. You know, I was more exciting than nervous. However, it was so a special moment. You know, so a special moment. You know, it was a Russian dude. Same thing, bro. I was doing the meets, but whatever, man. I'm glad it went well. You know, it's always a gamble. It's a gambling situation.